I'm going to show you how to create a double exposure image using Photopea. So you need to go to Google, type in Photopea and it will be at the top of your browser. So to create your double exposure, you're going to need 3 images. One of those is going to need to be a face, ideally a side profile. You can take that yourself or you can find an image on Google, and ideally find an image with a contrasting background. After clicking open from computer, your image will open as a background, and then you're going to want to go to the taskbar on the left and choose the quick selection tool. From here, select the whole of the face and you'll see that a small jagged line will outline the whole area that you've clicked. Now ideally this is going to pick up the face itself, as you can see mine has. So the image on the right is what it's eventually going to look like with a transparent background. But if that hasn't worked for yours, you can click on the black square at the top and then colour over any areas that you would like to remove. Click on the white square to colour over any areas you'd like to add, and grey to just feather them slightly so they don't look as harsh. You can change the brush size there as well. I'm pleased with mine, so I'm going to click OK, and you can see it's saved there as a layer with a transparent background. I'm now going to add in the image that will fill the face. So I'm going to go to File, Open and Place, and then choose my next image. So the image that fills the face and the image for the background should be in contrast with each other. So I'm focusing on the social issue of deforestation. So inside the face, I want it to be hopes for the future, and then the background in contrast should be what deforestation looks like now. So I've resized my layer so that it fills the canvas, and then I'm just swapping over those layers so we can see the profile at the front. So in order to get the forest picture to show just through his face and not into the background, I'm clicking back on the profile layer and then go into that quick selection tool and clicking again, so you'll see that that's got the jagged outline there. I'm then clicking back on my Sunbeams Forest layer, and I'm scrolling to the bottom to the symbol of a rectangle with a circle inside it, and that is just going to mask out the whole background area. You can see that's created that little raster that goes alongside the sun. So to change the transparency now, I'm going back onto the profile image and I'm going to click opacity and just drag that down. And to edit the contrast of the layer, I'm just going to click on that little drop down bar where it says normal, and I'm going to darken the image. Next I'm adding in that background layer, so I'm going back to File, Open and Place, and choosing that deforestation image. Again, resizing to fill the canvas. I'm just holding down Shift while I do that so the image doesn't warp out of shape. I'm just going to the right hand side and I'm dragging that layer down so that you can see the face in front of it. I'm then going to the layers on the right and clicking on the post-it note icon, which allows me to create a new blank layer. And from there I'm going to click on the paintbrush icon, click on the brush tool, and then I'm going to choose a soft brush and choose an appropriate size to create a glow around his profile. So I've chosen a light yellowy white, and then keeping this layer underneath that rasterized image, I'm just going to draw that glow all around the edge of his profile. And finally I'm just going to drag the opacity down on that glow so that you can still see the background through it. And to complete my image, I'm going to go to Layer at the top and then Flatten Image, the last option there, and I'm then going to click File, Export, and choose PNG. You want the image to be roughly 1 megabyte, mine's just below so I don't need to change it, but otherwise I could pull down the quality bar there, and I'm just going to download that image and upload it to Google Classroom.